Comprehensive story of the Two Escobars. The Two Escobars is a tale of contrasts, ambition and tragedy, intertwining the lives of two men who shared the same surname but lived vastly different lives in 1990s Colombia. Andrés Escobar, the gentleman of football, and Pablo Escobar, the notorious drug lord of the Medellin cartel. Together, their stories paint a vivid picture of a country battling the highs of sporting success and the devastating lows of violence and corruption. The rise of Colombian football. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Colombian football experienced a meteoric rise. The country's national team, spearheaded by players like Carlos Valderrama and Andrés Escobar, became a global sensation with their flair and skill. One of the driving forces behind this success was drug money. Cartels, flush with profits from cocaine trafficking, infiltrated football by investing in clubs. Pablo Escobar, leader of the Medellin cartel, was one of the most prominent figures in this nexus. He used his wealth to fund Atlético Nacional, Andrés Escobar's club, and played a key role in its historic victory in the 1989 Copa Libertadores. This marked Colombia's emergence as a football powerhouse. For Pablo, football was more than a passion. It was a tool for money laundering and public relations. Despite his violent reign, he built football fields in impoverished neighborhoods and funded youth programs, earning him a paradoxical reputation as both a criminal and a benefactor. Andrés Escobar embodied the opposite values. Known for his humility, sportsmanship, and discipline, he was a symbol of hope in a country marred by violence. As a central defender, he was calm, reliable, and a natural leader on and off the pitch. Playing for Atlético Nacional and the Colombian national team, Andrés represented a dream of success untainted by crime. He once said, "Life doesn't end here. We have to go on. This is our duty, and we will fulfill it." These words would later resonate tragically after his death. The 1994 FIFA World Cup. A turning point. The zenith of Colombian football was expected to come at the 1994 FIFA World Cup in the United States. The national team was tipped as a favorite to win, with legendary coach Francisco Maturana leading a squad filled with talent. Their 5-0 demolition of Argentina during the qualifiers cemented their reputation. However, the World Cup became a nightmare. Under immense pressure from fans, the government, and cartel figures betting on the team, Colombia faltered. In a crucial group stage match against the United States, Andrés Escobar accidentally scored an own goal while attempting to block a cross. Colombia lost the game 2-1, effectively ending their tournament hopes. This loss was more than a sporting failure. It symbolized the collapse of national pride. Back home, the defeat enraged fans, gamblers, and criminal elements. Dash the tragic fallout. After the team's elimination, Andrés Escobar returned to Colombia. Despite warnings from friends and family, he maintained his routine and went out to socialize, believing that forgiveness and understanding would prevail. On July 2, 1994, 10 days after the own goal, Andrés was confronted outside a nightclub in Medellin by a group of men, one of whom fatally shot him 6 times. Witnesses reported that the assailants mocked Andrés by shouting "Goal!" with each gunshot. Humberto Muñoz Castro, a bodyguard for powerful individuals tied to the cartel, was later convicted for the murder, but questions about who ordered the killing remain unanswered. The legacy of Pablo Escobar. By the time of Andrés' murder, Pablo Escobar had already been killed in 1993 by a coalition of Colombian forces and rival cartels. Pablo's death left a power vacuum, and the chaos of his absence contributed to a violent, lawless environment. Without Pablo's relative control over Medellin, Colombia's instability worsened, affecting all facets of society, including football. The dual legacy of the Escobars. The film poignantly contrasts the two Escobars. Andrés Escobar symbolized hope, integrity, and the unifying power of sport. His death became a tragic reminder of the cost of Colombia's violence and the weight placed on football as a national escape. Pablo Escobar represented the darker side of Colombia's history. While his cartel funded much of the footballing success, it also highlighted how deeply crime and corruption penetrated society. Broader themes explored in the documentary. 1. Football as a mirror of society. The rise and fall of Colombian football mirrored the country's struggles with poverty, violence, and corruption. The national team became a vessel for the hopes of millions, but ultimately buckled under the weight of societal dysfunction. Then, too, the human cost of glory. Andrés Escobar's death exemplified how football, meant to unite and inspire, became entangled in life-and-death stakes, driven by criminal influence and national desperation. Number 3, the complexity of heroes and villains. Pablo Escobar's dual role as a ruthless criminal and a benefactor to the poor challenges conventional notions of morality, while Andrés' idealism contrasts starkly with the harsh realities of the world he lived in. Impact and reflection. The documentary doesn't offer easy answers, but instead asks viewers to reflect on the interconnectedness of sports, crime, and politics. It serves as both a tribute to Andrés Escobar's life and a critique of the forces that led to his tragic end. Today, Andrés is remembered as a hero in Colombia, with murals and tributes honoring his legacy. The country's football system has since reformed, and while the violence of the past has receded, the lessons of this era continue to resonate. Final thoughts. The Two Escobars is not just a football documentary. It's a story of humanity, morality, and the cost of ambition in a world where the stakes go far beyond the pitch. It's a must-watch for anyone interested in how sports can reflect and shape the society around it.